Well, a weekend with cold and some rain and some snow, so plan ahead. If you're celebrating something, remember the designated driver's leg of the party. Whatever you do, do it safely. If you are an automotive technician, listen to me. Lance Cunningham is expanding. How would you like to make 25% more money this year as a technician with Lance Cunningham Ford? Call Lance at your earliest convenience or apply online at lcford.com. Have a great weekend. I'm Pete Michael.
Your forecast for Knoxville and surrounding areas on I-105 is brought to you by Allen Sign Company for the best in quality signs at the best prices. From conception to installation. Call 573-3554
Hey, Eric, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Sign Company. Partly cloudy skies expected as we make our way through this Tuesday afternoon, headed to our evening and overnight hours. Going to see a low tonight, 26 degrees. Ahead to Wednesday,
2-3 minutes?
cloudy skies.
Can we do that?
High
Or
of 43.
Valentine's Day is all about love, and one of the best ways to share
Or I
all
can
the
take it
reasons
as
why you
soon
love
as
them is
1
by
minute.
telling them with a Hallmark card. I love that you can always find a
I need
silver
more like
lining.
2.5.
I
Okay,
love
that'll
how
work.
you give the best
That'll
hug.
work just fine.
I love your smile when you think you're being sneaky.
This Valentine's Day, celebrate all the people you love and all the things that make them
Okay,
who
we'll
they
do one
are
song
with
and
a
then come
Hallmark
to you.
card.
Very good.
Valentine's Day
Thank
is
you.
Sunday, February 14th. Find a card for everyone in your heart, wherever Hallmark cards are sold, because love is for all.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
The following is a special presentation of Horn Radio Sports. Here's Eric Gerhardt.
Good evening. Welcome into another night of Farragut High School Hoops. We are at Lenoir City High School this evening, and it'll be the last time for maybe forever, certainly for quite some time to come, that these teams square off in a regular season district matchup. As next season, Lenoir City will remain AAA, while the TSSAA expands to 4 classifications statewide in the public division, and Farragut will be one of those 4A schools. And so Lenoir City next year 3A, Farragut 4A, and so for the final time we make the trip to Lenoir City. Always one of my favorite places to come. Jim, straight out of the movie Hoosiers, and of course an easy trip down here from Farragut. And over the years we've seen some good ones between the Admirals and Panthers, and tonight Farragut comes in, both the girls and the boys, looking for the regular season sweep, having won the earlier matchups at Farragut High School back in early January and having won them by convincing margins. The Lady Admirals won 75-27, and the boys also in a blowout, 77-30, took the earlier matchup over Lenoir City. And so the Panthers looking for a little revenge here tonight. And typically over the years, Lenoir City has certainly played better on its home floor. And so the Lady Admirals can't take anything for granted. The Lady Panthers certainly have been struggling this year. They have not won a district game. The boys early on looked like a much improved team. They have fallen off some of late, but even so, it's a Lenoir City boys team that has 3 district wins, and again has traditionally played Farragut better on this floor than at Farragut High School's Lynn Sexton Gymnasium. And so you got to come, can't take anybody for granted. And so it's the Admirals and Panthers tonight from Lenoir City as we start to wind down the regular season in District 4 AAA play. Only got, a couple more games after tonight, with Farragut hosting Hardin Valley on Friday and going to Maryville a week from tonight. And then the girls, we'll see if it gets made up or not, but Farragut's girls have a game that was missed with West because of COVID cases. We'll see again if that gets made up. But currently entering the night, on the girls' side of things, the Lady Admirals are 4th. Lenoir City's in the cellar. Bearden's 11-0. Heritage is 8-3. Maryville 7-3. Farragut 6-4. William Blount 5-6. West 2-5. Hardin Valley 1-8, and Lenoir City 0-11. On the boys' side of things, Bearden also undefeated, just as the Lady Bulldogs on the girls' side of things are 11-0, followed by Maryville at 8-2. Farragut is 3rd at 6-5. Don't want to slip up tonight and potentially cost yourself that 3rd spot. West is behind Farragut at 4-4, but the Rebels own the regular season, having won both matchups with Farragut. Then William Blount 5-6, Hardin Valley 3-6, these Panthers of Lenoir City 3-8, and Heritage 1 and 10. Going to have the playing of the national anthem here at Lenoir City. We'll step aside, get a break, and return with the start of our girls contest. You're listening to Farragut High School Hoops on 105.3 WFM.
I got an old sled to trade in.
Bring it. If it'll drive, it's worth $5,500. Only Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Lenoir City being introduced in advance of our girls contest here tonight at Lenoir City High School as the home team. The Lady Panthers are in their white with the orange numerals outlined in black, as it will be for Coach Charles Smith, who not in attendance tonight. But for his Lady Panthers, it will be number 10, Krista Angelos, a senior. Number 13, Caitlin Kilgore, sophomore. Number 33, Natalie Johnson, also a sophomore. Number 34, Jordan Gresham, a senior. And number 35, Lydia Yarborough, a senior. And for the Navy-clad Lady Admirals, the visiting team tonight, coached by Jason Mayfield. He's assisted by Andy Arndt, Alex Monday, and Madison Maples. It will be the usual five of number 10, Macy Barnes, a senior. Number 13, Ace Strickland, a junior. Number 32, McCall Willis, junior. Number 34, Keely Rogers, a junior. And jumping for the Lady Admirals to get tonight's game started, number 44, Ashlyn Sheridan, a junior. Lenoir City, as Coach Smith, is assisted by Rachel Gray and Stephanie Guff. And again, they will be called on tonight as Coach Smith is not on the sidelines. So it's Farragut winning the opening tip, and Lenoir City opens man-to-man. Farragut goes inside to McCall Willis, spins on the left block to the baseline, misses the shot, rebounded away by Lenoir City's Natalie Johnson. Lady Panthers with their first possession of the ball game, as with it out top is Natalie Johnson, guarded man-to-man by Farragut's Macy Barnes. Right side pass comes to Angelos, guarded by Strickland, has it knocked away, grabs it back. And now Strickland just takes it away from her on the near sideline, and Ace racing the other way, leaves it off with Keely Rogers for a layup that is good. And so Rogers scores the bucket as Farragut has Strickland with the steal at one end, and now they try to bounce the ball off Farragut, hemmed in the corner, and Sheridan picks it off for a steal, gives to Barnes for a three, good. And a great start for the Lady Admirals, a couple of takeaways and baskets following soon thereafter. Here's Rogers with a steal in rear court and feeds underneath to McCall Willis. And just like that, deja vu all over again. This is the way the first matchup with Lenoir City began. Farragut creating a flurry of turnovers and scoring as a result. Easy baskets. Lenoir City asking for a timeout. Quick timeout taken by the Lady Panthers as Farragut forces 3 turnovers right out of the gates. Strickland with a steal, just wrestled the ball away from Angelos in front court. Then at the other end, hemmed in the corner, Lenoir City facing a Farragut press, tried to ricochet the ball off the Lady Admirals and misfired, and it was Ashlyn Sheridan picking up the loose ball for a steal, feeding Macy Barnes for a 3, and most recently, Keely Rogers with the steal and the feed underneath as McCall Willis got the layup. And here's a tip in rear court by Rogers, knocked out of bounds. Keely giving chase, almost deflected it back into her teammate Strickland. But Lenoir City will have it in front of its own bench side rear court after the Rogers deflection. 6:54 to go. Opening quarter, Lady Admirals have jumped out to a 7-0 lead in the first minute of this ball game. Natalie Johnson as Farragut with some pressure in rear court. Now Angelos over the timeline, down low looking for Yarborough. It'll go off her hands and then deflected off Rogers as well as it trickles out of bounds in the near corner. So Lenoir City retains possession as they'll have Lydia Yarborough inbounding and bounces it into Angelos. Right back to Yarborough in the corner, guarded there by Keely Rogers. Yarborough gives it off to Gresham. Gresham guarded by McCall Willis, hands to Angelos, coming back right to left. Rogers steps in, tries to make the steal, and instead picks up the first foul of the ball game. So Lydia Yarborough, side front court to inbound for the Lady Panthers. Trying to get it in, and does so to, we got a double dribble. Got it into Katie Kilgore, and Kilgore called for a double dribble. That'll be Lenoir City's 4th turnover. So Farragut running its half-court offense, brings it across the timeline. Ashlyn Sheridan takes it from Rogers, gives to Barnes. She's open top of the key for a 3, rims out, knocked out of bounds, touched last by Farragut. Lenoir City's basketball. Farragut jumps into the press as Johnson into Angelos, double teamed. Picks up her dribble, has it knocked away. Now ball knocked away, picks it up again. There's Rogers with a deflection, right to Sheridan, lays it up and in. Ashlyn Sheridan with her first basket, and Lenoir City with its 5th turnover as Johnson in rear court, ahead to Kilgore. Kilgore picks up her dribble shy of midcourt, gives it back to Johnson. Johnson across the timeline, picked up man-to-man by Ashlyn Sheridan. Angelos screens for her. Johnson goes right rather than left where the screen was, gives to Kilgore in the corner. Picks up her dribble and bounces it right to McCall Willis. Another turnover for Lenoir City as Willis gives off to Rogers. Rogers in front court to Barnes. Wide open for a 3 on the right wing. No good. Weak side rebound by Strickland. Fouled on a follow attempt. That'll be the first foul of the game against Lenoir City as Yarborough picks it up. And Strickland, Lady Admiral's leading scorer, coming off a 22-point performance against Bearden on Friday, had 19 in the first matchup with Lenoir City. Free throw is up and good as Ace becomes the 5th Lady Admiral to score. Second toss is good as well. So Strickland hits a pair and Farragut leads 11-0. Lenoir City inbounding, nearly thrown away as it came in to Gresham. She tried to return it to her teammate Johnson, who had inbounded the ball, and Farragut deflects it out of bounds. So Johnson tries again from the baseline, into Gresham, double team, gets it ahead to Angelos. Angelos into front court to Kilgore. Kilgore against Strickland, missed the shot, put back by Yarborough, is blocked from behind by Willis. Loose ball, everybody giving chase, bodies hitting the deck and out of bounds in front of the Farragut bench. Good hustle for both teams. It's Farragut's basketball. 5:20 to go, opening quarter. Rogers quickly in front court, finds Sheridan spotting up, left side 3, no good. Strickland with a tip out, but it's going to be controlled by Johnson of Lenoir City. Johnson brings it across the timeline, picked up by Macy Barnes. 11-0, 5 minutes to go, opening quarter here at Lenoir City. Gresham with the ball, top of the key, guarded by Willis, gives to Yarborough. She'll pump up a 3, no good from out top. Rebounded away by Macy Barnes. Barnes ahead to Strickland. Strickland into front court, pulls up. 3-pointer out high, left it short. It's going to carry out of bounds. Lenoir City's basketball. And the Lady Panthers will sub for the first time as Perry Moore will enter the lineup, replacing Caitlin Kilgore. Inbounding for Lenoir City is Johnson. And Lenoir City in front court. Gresham pulls up left side. Pass out top to Johnson. Johnson drifts left. Willis takes her on a switch. Johnson picks up her dribble, gives to Yarborough rather. Yarborough is guarded by Farragut's Keely Rogers. Right side, Gresham, guarded by Sheridan. Looked like she might have walked, no call, but her pass is deflected, picked up by Strickland. Ace racing the length of the floor, outraces Angelos to the basket and scores. Strickland with that speed in the open court blows by Angelos and scores following Lenoir City's 7th turnover. Pass comes into front court to Yarborough for Lenoir City as they break the press nicely this time, but can't hit the shot at the rim. It's tipped out, picked up by Farragut's Rogers. Rogers in front court for the Lady Admirals, all the way to the basket with the right hand, scores. Keely Rogers with the basket, and Farragut leads 15-0. Yarborough into front court, has a teammate open. That would be Perry Moore. Moore tries to step under the defense of Strickland. She's going to be fouled. A little up and under move, and got hacked, and we'll have a couple of free throws as a result as they give the foul to Farragut's Ace Strickland, her first, team second. So Moore at the free throw line trying to get Lenoir City on the board, but the first free throw for the junior comes up short. Rogers and Sheridan out of the game. Farragut gets Allie Hines, number 2, a junior, into the lineup, as well as the senior, number 14, Sage Carbaugh. Second toss is up and good by Moore. So Lenoir City is on the board. 15-1, Farragut leading, 3:38 to play opening quarter. And with Rogers out of the game, it'll be Strickland at the point. Brings it across the timeline, moves to the free throw line. Good look from 15, short. Gets her own miss, however, puts it back up with the left hand at the rim and scores. Strickland's got 6. Farragut leads 17-1 as the Lady Admirals. Strickland following her own shot. Gets the easy basket. 3:15 to play opening quarter. Yarborough into front court, gives to Johnson. Hines anticipates that pass, steals it away, driving for a layup. It's going to be Johnson reaching in and knocking it away before Hines can shoot. Ball trickles out of bounds across the way, and Farragut retains possession following Lenoir City's 8th turnover of this first quarter. 3:05 to go in the first quarter as Macy Barnes inbounds, comes into Hines, back to Barnes. Barnes, right side, will launch a 3. No good. Carbaugh with a tip and a rebound. Gives to Barnes left side. Macy from the baseline, hacked as she goes to shoot a mid-range jumper. Johnson picks up the foul. Be the first on Natalie Johnson, the second on Lenoir City as a team. And at the line, Macy Barnes. Macy has the only 3 in this first quarter and will shoot her first free throw of the night. It is short. Lenoir City will get Yarborough out of the lineup, and Hadley Presnell, 5'8 junior, enters the lineup for the Lady Panthers. Second toss is short as well. Barnes misses a pair. Angelos with the rebound, gives to Johnson. Johnson in front court for Lenoir City. Pass was deflected, but made it over to Harper, I believe that is, in the ball game. Lenoir City, right side. 17-footer put up that is no good by Presnell. Rebounded away by Barnes. Farragut in front court. Strickland. Bounce pass in the paint to Willis. Willis with the left hand scores. Strickland gave the appearance that she might launch a 3. The defense froze momentarily. Dumps it off in the lane to Willis, who lays it up and in. McCall's got 4. Farragut leads 19-1. 2:15 to play. Opening quarter. Harper in rear court, across the timeline to Johnson right side. Here comes Farragut chasing with a double team. Johnson picks up her dribble. Farragut reaching, Johnson looking, ball's deflected. McCall Willis comes up with the steal. Ahead to Barnes, open for the layup, and ahead of the pack, Macy Barnes lays it up and in. Barnes has 5, Farragut leads 21-1. Johnson into front court. Hines heads her off at the pass. Johnson picks up her dribble. Bounce pass right side is going to go through the legs and out of bounds as Perry Moore could not handle it cleanly. And that's 10 turnovers now for Lenoir City. Rogers and Sheridan return to the floor. McCall Willis and Ace Strickland will get their first breathers as Barnes. No, first Lenoir City's going to sub as well. Kaylee Clabo, number 1, a sophomore, enters the game for Natalie Johnson. So Clabo and Angelos, Harper, Presnell. Going to get the 5 that are on the floor for Lenoir City. Barnes with a 15-foot jumper at the free throw line. Little strong off the back of the rim. Angelos brings it back the other way for Lenoir City. And her pass is going to go off the hands of Moore out of bounds. Unforced turnover for Lenoir City. So that's 11 first quarter turnovers. Rogers to Hines. Right side, three-pointer. Allie, good. Allie Hines with the three. Farragut's second of this opening quarter. She had 9 in the first meeting with Lenoir City. Angelos down the lane with the right hand. It won't go. And it's rebounded away by Carbaugh. Given to Sheridan, ahead to Rogers. Rogers in front court, all the way to the basket, into the lane. The shot goes up, no. Followed by Sheridan, no. Tipped out, and Rogers will save it in the right corner. Gives to Sheridan. 48 seconds to play opening quarter. Sheridan drives in, right side, shot no good. Carbaugh knocks it out, and it'll be picked up by Hines, and her mid-range jumper on the left side is good. So Farragut keeps it alive. A couple of tip outs. Rogers, good hustle, saved it the first time. And then Carbaugh with a tip out, allowing Hines an open look from mid-range. In front court, Lenoir City's front court, Rogers from behind knocks the dribble out of bounds. So 29.9 seconds to play as Angelos gets a breather for Lenoir City. And Harper inbounding side front court. Player that just checked in, Destiny Melian, took the inbound feed. Harper has it across the way. Now Clabo, top of the key. Spins, got a screen. Gives to Melian. Now inside with a shot up off the glass. Moore, that is no good. Hines the rebound. Ahead to Barnes. 11 seconds to play. Ahead to Sheridan. Sheridan ahead of the pack will score in transition. 5 seconds to go, opening quarter. Back the other way comes Clabo. Clabo will get it ahead, but the shot will not be put up ahead of the buzzer. As taking the pass, Presnell could not get a shot up before the buzzer sounds, ending the first quarter. Thorough domination, obviously, by the Lady Admirals, who jumped out to a 15-0 lead before Lenoir City hit a free throw. And then the Lady Admirals closed the opening quarter on a 13-0 run. Lenoir City turning the ball over 11 times in the first 8 minutes. We'll get a 1-minute break, return with second quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
I had a guy tell me that his insurance company would not cover his key fob when it was stolen from his vehicle. You guessed it, Erie would have. Did you know that Erie's auto product has 30 extra features? How about Erie Rate Lock or new auto security? Erie continues to be a pioneer in the insurance industry. I ask you this, what good is a funny commercial hyping upfront savings when you buy an inferior product? Call Bryan Insurance Group, 865-951-7993, or visit us online at bryaninsurance.com.
First possession of the second quarter belongs to Lenoir City. Farragut leading 28-1 as the Lady Panthers. Melian, left side, puts a shot up, and it won't go from in close. Rebounded away by Farragut's Ashlyn Sheridan. Ahead to Ace Strickland. Strickland off to Sheridan, left side. Top of the key, Rogers open for three. Keeley, good. Nothing but net from the top of the key for Keeley Rogers. Farragut's third three, and the Lady Admirals lead 31-1. Into front court, Lenoir City with a basketball as it comes to Kilgore. Returns it to Harper, now to Clabo, left side. Farragut man-to-man. Right side it comes to Presnell, shut down by Carbaugh. Harper gives to Kilgore at the free throw line, drives down the left side of the lane, can't get a shot off against Rogers, puts the ball back out on the perimeter in the hands of Clabo. They swing it around the horn right side to Melian, who lost it out of bounds. But Farragut apparently aided in that, and so it's going to still be Lenoir City's basketball. Out of the ball game, Sage Carbaugh, and McCall Willis returns to the lineup for Coach Mayfield as Clabo inbounds for Lenoir City and threw it right to Keeley Rogers in the paint. Farragut in front court. Rogers driving all the way to the basket, clubbed. And so Keeley takes one across the bridge of the nose, and she will have a couple of free throws upcoming. as Kilgore picks up the foul. It'll be her first and the team third. 6:36 to go. First half here at Lenoir City High School. Boys action will follow a little later in the evening as the Lady Admirals have been the beneficiary of 12 Lenoir City turnovers and lead 31-1. Farragut, meanwhile, has not turned the ball over. Keely Rogers at the free throw line, and the toss is good. So Farragut 3 of 5 from the foul line. Here in the early going, Helen Harper checks out of the ball game for Lenoir City. Second toss up and good by Keeley. She hits them both. She's got 9, and Farragut leads 33-1. Mackenzie Wilhite has entered the game for Lenoir City. First action for the sophomore. Lenoir City triple teamed in front court as Gabby Duncan, Ace Strickland, and Keely Rogers all converge on Kilgore, and somebody's whistled for a foul. They choose Rogers. It'll be the second on Keely and the third on Farragut as a team. So Keely's going to check out. Macy Barnes returns to the lineup. Farragut's got Barnes, Strickland, Duncan, Willis, and Sheridan. Lenoir City inbounding. Sheridan steals it away. Nicely done by Ashland. Another turnover for Lenoir City as Farragut in front court. Barnes down low has a wide open Ace Strickland, and Ace lays it up and in. Good look by Macy. She's on the right wing and saw her open backside, and now Lenoir City hurrying to get into front court is going to throw the ball away. Strickland with that last basket. She now has 8. Rogers is Farragut's leading scorer with 9. 6 Lady Admirals have scored. Strickland sizes up a 3, hits it. So Strickland's got 11, and that's Farragut's 4th 3 of this first half. 38-1. Farragut leads. 23-0 run for the Lady Admirals since Lenoir City hit that free throw. Yet to hit a field goal in this first half, obviously. And this will be Lenoir City with the ball over on the left side. Claybo's going to try a 3. Comes up short, and Strickland grabs it off the deck. Ace heads back the other way for the Lady Admirals, looking down low, and she and Gabby Duncan not on the same page. There's Farragut's, if I'm not mistaken, that's Farragut's first turnover of the half of the game. 5:36 to go in the first half. 38-1, Farragut leading. It was 15-0. Then Lenoir City hit a free throw, made it 15-1, 28-1 at the quarter break, and currently 38-1. Melian with the ball. Guarded by McCall. Willis, who takes the dribble away. McCall with a steal. And here's Farragut back the other way as Barnes is going to attack the basket. Shot up off the glass. No good. Tipped. Good. I don't know if Ashland got it or Gabby got it. But we don't have Gabby in the scoring column yet. We'll say it was Gabby's basket. One of them tipped it up and in. And it's 40-1. Kilgore, right side for Lenoir City, going to be bumped and fouled by Macy Barnes. That's going to be the first foul on Macy and the 4th foul on Farragut as a team. Lenoir City subbing back into the game Angelos and Johnson. Meanwhile, Kilgore will inbound from the baseline left for the Lady Panthers. And out it comes to Lydia Yarborough. Yarborough dribbles into the corner, has the dribble knocked away by Barnes, and they'll say last touch by Macy as it goes out of bounds. And so Lenoir City once more from the baseline right. Yarborough looking, and it comes to Kilgore. Kilgore to Angelos, top of the key 3. There's the first field goal of the ball game. Krista Angelos hits a 3 from out top, and it's 40-4. Gabby Duncan. Right side now comes around left to Strickland. Strickland drives the lane, shot, no good, but there's Duncan with a weak side rebound. Out top to Rogers. Rogers steps through 2 defenders. Shot up right side of the paint, won't go. And then a whistle sounds, and they call Strickland for her 2nd foul. It'll be the 5th on Farragut as a team. Approaching the midpoint of the second quarter, Lenoir City with its first field goal on its last trip. Angelos hit the 3 from out high. Dribbling around right side comes Mackenzie Wilhite for Lenoir City, guarded by Macy Barnes. Out top to Yarborough, lost the dribble. Going to be taken away by Rogers. Rogers to Duncan. Duncan has it taken back by Johnson. So the teams exchange turnovers, and back the other way comes Lenoir City's Mackenzie Wilhite. Wilhite to Johnson, guarded by Duncan. Spins left. Gives it off to Angelos on the wing. Duncan takes her on a switch. Angelos between the circles. Spins left into the paint. Tries to drop it down low. And looked like from here maybe just threw it out of bounds. But they say Farragut had deflected the pass. Kilgore out of the ball game for Lenoir City. And Mallory Hurst sees her first action. Sage Carball returns to the floor for Farragut, replacing McCall Willis. Inbound feed comes out top to Wilhite, quickly into the paint to Hurst. Didn't shoot. Instead gives off to Johnson. Johnson out high, guarded by Strickland. To Hurst. Right there on her is Carball. Into the paint, and it's going to be lost. Mackenzie Wilhite's pass is stolen away. Ahead, Farragut feeds Macy Barnes for a layup. Good. Barnes with the layup as Farragut gets out in transition following the Lenoir City turnover. And it's 42-4. 2:57 to play. First half, Yarborough with the ball. Rogers is back in the game for Farragut with those 2 fouls. Pass comes right side to Johnson, guarded by Carball. Into the paint, double teamed, off to Angelos. Could have shot the 3, moves closer, puts the shot up off the window. No good. Duncan the rebound, gives to Barnes. Macy Barnes in front court for Farragut. Back to Rogers. Keeley drives the lane, puts a shot up with the right hand. And it comes out of there, but tipped out. Duncan finds it, gives to Strickland for a 3 that is good. Ace with a 3 from the right wing. She's got 14. And Duncan extending the possession as the shot all around the cylinder for Keeley on the drive wouldn't go down. Duncan, however, gives Farragut a second opportunity, and Strickland cashes it in with another 3. 45-4. Strickland's got 14 of Farragut's 45. And Farragut reaching and fouling. That'll be foul number 6 as Sage Carball has assessed her first. So with 2:03 to play in the first half, Lenoir City's going to be in the bonus the rest of the way. Farragut subbing Duncan out, Carball out, and Rogers out. Annalise Bishop enters the lineup. Her first action. Allie Hines returns to the floor. Strickland, Barnes, and Sheridan, the other 3 Lady Admirals. As Yarborough picks up her dribble against the defense of Sheridan, looks inside, and it's going to be thrown away. One field goal for Lenoir City in this first half. Farragut leads 45-4. Barnes, right side, uses a screen by Strickland, shoots from the right elbow, no good, but Strickland gets in there, grabs the offensive rebound, puts it back up and in. Ace has got 16. Farragut leads 47-4. 1:28 to go first half. Johnson across the timeline. Driving, right side, pulls up at the arc, gives to Yarborough, guarded by Sheridan. Now to Hurst. A little give and go for Lenoir City as Hurst gets the return feed, misses on the drive to the basket, ball then deflected out of bounds, touched last by Farragut. Angelos will inbound for the Lady Panthers. With 1:13 remaining in the first half. Loops it into Johnson. Gives to Wilhite. They swing it around right side to Angelos for a 3. No good. Farragut can't control the rebound. Lenoir City will get another try. Lady Panthers inbounding from the baseline right this time. Angelos will inbound. Into Wilhite. Left side Johnson. 3-pointer off the back of the rim. Rebounded away by Strickland. Strickland into front court. Gives to Hines. Left side 3 for Allie Hines is no good. Sheridan goes and grabs it on the weak side. Gives to Barnes. Barnes spinning in the paint. Turnaround jumper, no good. And Lenoir City unable to control the rebound. Angelos and Wilhite as well as Farragut's Hines all giving chase, and the ball deflects out of bounds, touched last by the Lady Panthers. Barnes to inbound from the baseline left for Farragut. Into Annalise Bishop, and Annalise took steps. Technically not a turnover, as Farragut had gotten a shot on that possession. 35 seconds to go until halftime. Johnson, unmolested, brings the ball across the timeline. Her pass for Yarborough, stolen away by Sheridan. Sheridan to the other end, scores on the layup. So Ashland now has 6. That's 19 first-half turnovers for Lenoir City. Angelos in the lane, got away from Bishop, puts up a tough shot against Strickland, no good. A putback, though, is good by Mallory Hurst. And Lenoir City with the basket, courtesy of Hurst, 49-6. Farragut looking inside for Strickland, thrown away. Angelos the steal, given to Yarborough. Yarborough ahead in front court to Wilhite. Wilhite puts a shot up off the window, no good. As the horn sounds, and the first half comes to a close with Farragut leading Lenoir City by a score of 49-6. We'll get a 1-minute break and return on the other side to take a look at the first half numbers as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
At your nearby Pilot Food Mart, there's a refreshing drink special waiting for you, and it's only 99 cents. Any size fountain drink, icy, or coffee is right inside, and just 99 cents every day. With your Pilot My Rewards card, get 3 cents off every gallon of gas, and find additional specials inside the store. Drink specials, gas savings, regular specials. Get your Pilot My Rewards card today. Pilot, we're right on your way.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances
Keeley had 9 first-half points, and Ashlyn Sheridan with 6 points. So Farragut 5 3-pointers. Again, Strickland had 2 of those, and then 1 apiece for Hines, Barnes, and Rogers. And the Lady Admirals shoot 4 of 6, 67% from the charity stripe, leading 49-6 at the break over Lenoir City. We'll get another 2-minute break and return with more as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's independent voice, 105.3 WFIV.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
What tells your story? Your diploma, an art print, a map from a trip you've held on to for years, a shadow box of a favorite sports jersey, whatever it is. At Express Frame, we've made custom framing fast, easy, and affordable. Each frame is handcrafted by our experts in-house using high-quality materials. With our large frame inventory selection, we'll get your finished artwork back to you in a lot less time than traditional custom framing stores. Same expert staff and service, new name. Express Frame is located in the Dick's Sporting Goods Shopping Center next to Sports Clubs. Frame your story at Express Frame and look for special offers at expressframe.net. We know framing, you'll know the difference.
Winter is time to make memories by the fireplace, so make sure your gas fireplace is clean, functional, and safe. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today for a complete cleaning and safety inspection. Call Climatize Heating and Cooling today or go to climatizedtennessee.com. Climatize!
Hey folks, you're Leonard with Ted Russell Nissan. Did you know that Nissan has more models than any other brand? Did you know that a Nissan doesn't require a tune-up till 110,000 miles? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan has some of the largest rebates and discounts? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan has over 450 new Nissans in stock? And did you know no other Nissan dealer can sell you the same new Nissan for less? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan's Knoxville volume dealer? And did you know that I know that everybody knows we're on Kingston Pike? Ted Russell Nissan, we got it going on.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
Back here at Lenoir City High School, we're at halftime of our girls contest with Farragut having thoroughly dominated the first 16 minutes of play, leading 49-6. Ace Strickland offensively leading the way with 16 points, but really it was the Lady Admiral defense limiting Lenoir City to a mere 2 field goals in the first half, creating the majority of the 19 turnovers that the Lady Panthers had in the first half, as Farragut led 28-1 after one quarter and leads again 49-6 at intermission. Farragut back in action on Thursday. It'll be a non-district game as Farragut hosts Fulton, and so you'll be able to watch that game online at the Booster Club's live stream page as well as the YouTube channel. But we will not have that Fulton matchup on Thursday night here on 105.3 WFIV. And, of course, that means it also will not be at WFIV.com. We will be back on the airwaves Friday night as Farragut returns to district play, hosting Hardin Valley. Girls game, as always, at 6, with boys action to follow at about 7:30. And then looking ahead to next week, a week from tonight, Farragut with its final district matchup of the season. It'll be at Maryville. And we'll see if the Lady Admirals, they had a game due to COVID cases postponed earlier against West. The boys were able to play that night. The girls were not. We'll see if they make that up at some point. But as far as regularly scheduled district games. There's only the one remaining after Friday night. And again, that's a week from tonight as Farragut plays at Maryville, and then you head to the tournament. So you want to be playing good basketball down the home stretch, have some momentum going into the district tournament. Farragut coming off of losses for both the girls and boys Friday night at Bearden, as the Lady Admirals led at halftime. It was 26-19, but Bearden came back in the second half and opened up a double-digit lead and seemed to be well in control, but Farragut made a run late, unfortunately just too deep of a hole for the Lady Admirals to climb out of, but with their full-court press was disruptive late. They trimmed it back down to a 6-point game but could get no closer and fell 58-52. On the boys' side of things, kind of got away from Farragut in the second half, and it was the Admirals with a number of turnovers as they fell 79-57. It was a 5-point game late in the first half, and Bearden, actually a 4-point game, and Bearden hit a 3-pointer and then got a steal on an inbound and scored ahead of the buzzer, ending the first half, and suddenly a 4-point Farragut deficit was a 9-point deficit at a halftime, and Bearden continued the momentum, continued to create turnovers in the second half, and pulled away for a 79-57 victory. So Coach Higgins' boys will be looking to bounce back from that in our nightcap and looking to complete a season sweep of Lenoir City. The Admirals having won early January, 77-30 at home over Lenoir City. Balanced effort that night from Farragut, led in scoring by Elisha Brabson, who had 16. So our second half is underway, and Ashlyn Sheridan on the left baseline picks up her dribble and looking for some help. And Coach Mayfield, sensing that a 5-second count was about to occur, asked for a timeout. It's the first timeout taken tonight by Farragut. Here early in the third quarter, first possession of the third quarter. Farragut leading 49-6. Strickland with 16, Rogers with 9, Barnes with 7, Sheridan with 6, Hines with 5, Willis with 4, and Duncan with 2. For Lenoir City, Angelos has 3, Hurst 2, Moore has 1. Farragut has its starting 5 on the floor to begin the second half. Strickland, Sheridan, Willis, Barnes, and Rogers. Lenoir City has Gresham, Yarborough, Kilgore, Angelos, and Johnson. Barnes, free throw line jumper, no good. Strickland, another rebound. She's been active on the glass tonight. Her turnaround shot is going to be deflected by Lenoir City. Lady Panthers come up with it. Angelos in front court to Gresham. Gresham over in the right corner to Johnson, tracks that pass down, guarded by Macy Barnes, gives to Gresham on the wing, out top to Angelos. Angelos leaves it off with Johnson to Gresham. Farragut's got Lenoir City well away from the basket. Here is Kilgore driving in off the left side and knocks it home off the window. Kilgore with her first bucket. Farragut back the other way. Willis misses on a layup. Farragut had gotten ahead of Lenoir City in transition, but Willis can't convert. Lenoir City back the other way. Shot up is going to be no good by Kilgore, but Strickland is going to be given her third foul, and she will be the first player on either team assessed a third foul. So Kilgore, who got the basket just a moment ago on a drive from the left wing, steps to the line for her first free throw of the night. Off the back of the rim, no good. Lenoir City, 1 of 3 from the foul line. And now 2 of 4 as Kilgore hits the second toss. 49-9. Lenoir City on the board first in this third quarter with a basket by Kilgore and then 1 of 2 free throws by Kilgore. Strickland sizes up a 3, left wing, no good. Rebound is tipped by Yarborough, controlled by Johnson of Lenoir City. Up the left side in front court, Natalie Johnson. Macy Barnes on her man-to-man. Right side, Yarborough, guarded by Keely Rogers. Yarborough into the paint. Fouled by Rogers. And so Keely now has her third foul. So Strickland picked up her third a moment ago. Rogers picks up her third shortly thereafter. And Lydia Yarborough, the Lenoir City senior, at the line. Toss is good. So she becomes the 5th Lady Panther to score. Makes it 49-10. Yarborough with a toss. No good. McCall Willis the rebound. To Farragut's Keely Rogers. Rogers into front court. Bumped and fouled by Yarborough. May have taken a knee to the thigh. Yarborough is the first Lady Panther to pick up a second foul. And Farragut inbounding side front court with Strickland. Into, well, almost rear court near the timeline to Ashlyn Sheridan. Sheridan hands it off to Keely Rogers, who's guarded by Jordan Gresham. Rogers to Sheridan. Sheridan to Willis. Willis out top, drills left, gives to Barnes. Open for three. Macy in and out. Rebound tipped by Strickland, picked up by Willis. Finds the cutter. That's Barnes down the backside of the lane. Takes the feed and lays it up and in. So Barnes has 9, and Farragut has its first basket of the second half. Took more than 3.5 minutes for the Lady Admirals to get it. Farragut's got 3 players at the scorer's table, Duncan, Hines, and Carbaugh. Johnson, right baseline, guarded by Sheridan, out top to Gresham, spins in the paint against Willis, puts it up with the right hand, and scores off the window. Jordan Gresham with her first bucket. Farragut quickly back the other way. Rogers driving the lane, picks up a loose ball, has her shot blocked by Yarborough. Yarborough with the block shot, and Gresham picks up the basketball for Lenoir City, gives to Johnson, who brings it in front court. Johnson to Gresham, guarded by McCall Willis. Picks up her dribble, stumbling, walking. Farragut switched defensively. I don't think Gresham anticipated Rogers popping out and caused her to lose her balance, crash to the hardwood, and Lenoir City with its first turnover of the second half, 20th of the game. Strickland, Rogers, Barnes check out as the aforementioned Hines, Carbaugh, and Duncan all enter the lineup for Coach Mayfield. Ashlyn Sheridan going to be guarded by Perry Moore, who has entered the lineup for Lenoir City. Duncan takes a pass left side to McCall Willis, top of the key. Right side to Sheridan, moves to the free throw line, gives to Carbaugh out top. Now to Hines. Hines to the free throw line, gives to Duncan right wing. Guarded there by Yarborough, off to Hines. Hines called for a double dribble. Clock rolling. .51-12, our score. Johnson loses her dribble out high. Sheridan picks up the loose basketball for Farragut. Ashlyn into front court, working against Angelos all the way to the baseline. The shot, no good, but Hines keeps it alive on the backside. Dribbles it out onto the wing, gives to Sheridan. Sheridan, right corner to Duncan for a three. Good! Gabby Duncan with her first three-pointer of the night. Had a tip-in, thing of beauty, in the first half. Gresham for Lenoir City, spins at the right elbow, can't get a shot off against Carbaugh, gives to Angelos. Angelos spins, moves closer off the right side, and hits a mid-range jumper. Krista Angelos now with 5 points for the Lady Panthers. Farragut in front court. Sheridan into the lane, could have shot, instead gives to Duncan for another three. This one a little short. Angelos comes up with it. Lenoir City sees Angelos give to Johnson. Johnson up the right side in front court. Picks up her dribble, returns the ball out top to Gresham, launches a three, good. Jordan Gresham showing some range, hits a three from a couple of feet beyond the three-point arc, and a whistle sounds, and play is stopped. Play was stopped for a little conference with the Lenoir City acting head coach. They may speak with Coach Mayfield as well. We'll see. No, I guess not. So Farragut with the basketball. Annalise Bishop has checked into the ballgame. Here's Sage Carbaugh with a three from the top of the key. Good. Sage, Lady Admiral Sr. adds her name to the scoring column. Another three-pointer. It's Carbaugh from the top of the key buries it. It's 57-17. Angelos takes a pass as she cuts down the lane, lays it up and in. A pass made by Presnell, and Angelos with the basket has 7. Farragut in front court. Barnes pulls up left side, mid-range jumper, good by Macy. She's in double figures, and Farragut leads 59-19. Angelos in front court. Right side pass goes to Moore. Moore to Presnell. Presnell in turn to Johnson. Johnson are back to the basket at the free throw line. Gives out top to Presnell, who buries the 3. So both teams have here on recent trips had the range from beyond the arc. Here's Carbaugh trying another one. Bang! Nothing but net. Carbaugh back-to-back threes as the teams knocking down threes as the third quarter winds down. The Lady Panthers will heave it just inside the midcourt stripe as the horn sounds well short. And we head to the fourth with Farragut leading Lenoir City 62-22. Get a 1-minute break and return with fourth quarter action on the other side as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
With Erie Rate Lock, your rate won't change until you add or remove a driver or a vehicle or change an address. Get a ticket, get in an accident, no problem. Rate stays the same. With Erie New Auto Security, if you total your vehicle, it acts as gap insurance if there's a loan. Or Erie will settle 2 model years newer with 30,000 or less miles. No wonder 91% of Erie clients choose to renew with them. Call Bryan Insurance, 865-951-7993, or visit us online at bryaninsurance.com.
Shop Farragut wishes you and the entire Admiral Sports Nation much success and happiness this exciting season, and reminds you to shop Farragut all year long. Your Farragut retailers, restaurants, and service providers have worked hard to make your shopping easy and a bargain. Follow Shop Farragut on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to get all of the deals and discounts you need. Go Admirals!
First possession of the fourth quarter was to Lenoir City, and Duncan got a steal for the Lady Admirals. Then the ball in front court deflected out of bounds by the Lady Panthers. So Farragut with the basketball just underway fourth quarter. Lady Admirals have been in control from the outset when they jumped out to a 15-0 lead. Led 28-1 at the quarter break. Whistle sounds. Going to have a foul away from the ball against Farragut. First foul of that nature tonight. And it's on Gabby Duncan. Lady Admirals, though, led 28-1 at the end of the first quarter. Led 49-6 at halftime. And 62-22 here early in the fourth quarter. Lady Panthers will put up a 3. That's Perry Moore from the left wing. No good. Ball deflects out of bounds on the backside and into the Lenoir City bench, touched last by the Lady Panthers. Farragut gets the basketball, and they've got Addison Presley entering the lineup for Farragut. Freshman, number 20, replaces Macy Barnes. So you got Addison Presley, as well as Annalise Bishop, Allie Hines, Sage Carbaugh, and Gabby Duncan. Left side, Bishop with the ball. Bishop drives the lane and scores. Annalise with her first bucket, and Farragut's first of this fourth quarter. Claybo with the ball for Lenoir City, dribbles it, I'll get it right in a minute, dribbles into a double team, and Bishop steals the ball away. Bishop with the steal into front court, drives around one defender, has the ball knocked away and out of bounds. Was trying to get it to Duncan, maybe for a 3 left side, but ball caroms out of bounds. Farragut stays with it, or will keep it. Maeve O'Sullivan and number 4 for Farragut, who I've yet to get a name there. I'm going to have to check on that. Here's Presley for Farragut, driving right side, puts a shot up off the window. It is no good. Rebounded away by Helen Harper of Lenoir City. Harper in front court, picked up by Presley all the way to the left block, picks up her dribble there, tries to return the ball out top. Duncan steps in front, makes another steal. Gabby into front court, lets the traffic pass, then gives to Presley. Presley to Duncan, in turn to Bishop. Bishop running the show at the point for the Lady Admirals. Right side, O'Sullivan picks up her dribble, top of the key, goes inside to Duncan. Ball caroms around, and Lenoir City's going to come up with it. Very good with the turnover. As the Lady Panthers, Perry Moore picked up the ball, gives it to Claybo. Claybo in front court, spinning, looking down low, thrown away. O'Sullivan with the steal for Farragut. Bishop back the other way for the Lady Admirals, pulls up on the left wing, reaching in. Claybo couldn't knock the dribble away as Bishop bounces it to Presley, gives it back to Bishop on the right wing, now out top to O'Sullivan. Duncan takes the pass, moves to the top of the key, gives it back off to Bishop. Presley to the free throw line. 15-footer may have been deflected. Farragut, nice job saving it in. Our mystery Lady Admiral with a nice save. Now here's Bishop with a little bit of a blind pass, but it's saved by the Lady Admirals. Presley off to Duncan. Farragut flirting with a turnover. Now looking to Coach Mayfield. Midway through our fourth quarter, Farragut leading 64-22 here at Lenoir City. Presley gets a screen into the lane, bumped, shot up, no good, and they say it hit the basket support. Clock continues to roll as the margin is more than 35 in the second half. And Lenoir City, Destiny Melian enters the lineup, as does Mallory Hurst. Harper with the ball out top for Lenoir City, guarded by Presley. Right side, London, a freshman for Lenoir City. Bounces it to Harper. Harper to Melian, drives into the lane, lost her dribble. Farragut on the floor. We're going to have a held ball.
Jump ball possession, Lady Panthers.
Arrow to Lenoir City. Approaching 3 minutes to play. Farragut leading by 42. Boys action will follow. Out high, Lenoir City, three-point attempt is going to be no good. Melian steals away the rebound. The three was missed by Claybo, but Destiny Melian, battling for a rebound, just took it away from Farragut. Duncan picks up the foul. Clock rolling, and they're not going to say it's free throws, I don't guess. It's from the baseline, they'll be inbounding. Claybo checks out for Lenoir City. Lady Panthers inbounding. It's Harper to trigger the play. Out high, it comes into London, guarded by O'Sullivan. Working off the right side, picks up her dribble. Sullivan reaching in, trying to take the ball away. Gets it to Harper, three-pointer, in and out. Rebounded away by Farragut's number 4. And the Lady Admirals into front court. Annalise Bishop's going to be bumped and fouled by Destiny Melian. First on Melian and second on Lenoir City. Farragut inbounding and thrown away. Stolen by Lenoir City's London. London in front court, hesitates, lets Duncan go by, missed the shot, put back by Melian, good, and she's fouled. So Melian with her second offensive rebound in as many possessions. And we'll have an and one opportunity as she adds her name to the scoring column. Duncan picks up another foul. So the Lenoir City junior, Melian, with the toss, up and good. Completes the three-point play. 64-25. Farragut with the lead, 1:20 to play. As Annalise Bishop into front court. Driving left. Reverses, gives to O'Sullivan, gives it back to Bishop on the left baseline. Annalise to the lane, shut down there by Melian. Back to Duncan for a three. No good, long rebound. Bishop to Duncan, top of the key. To Annalise. Annalise Bishop moves to the left elbow, gives right side Presley for a three. No good. Ball tipped around, and Lenoir City comes up with it. It's Mallory Hurst. Ahead to Harper. Harper with 50 seconds to play, into front court, spins in the lane, lost her dribble, picked up by Presley. Presley's pass deflected, but comes right back to Addison. Addison into front court for Farragut. To O'Sullivan, makes the extra pass down low. Layup is good. Sounded like Molly, perhaps. Again, that's our Lady Admiral that I don't have a name for, number 4. I'm assuming it's probably freshman. She reaches and commits a foul. 20 seconds to play. Carly Mighty? I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask Coach Mayfield for clarification on that. But it's Lenoir City inbounding as the game comes to an end. Clock was rolling. Again, mercy rule in effect with a 35-point Farragut lead in the second half. 66-25 will be the final score as the Lady Admirals, with the victory, improved to 13-4 overall, 7-4 in the district. And Lenoir City winless in district play, 0-12 now, 4-15 on the season. Boys action coming up here in about 15 minutes from Lenoir City High School as the Admirals look for the regular season sweep. We actually have a little bit of a student section on hand tonight. It's been a long time since we've seen any students. I guess you got to go back to mid-December, or early December really, because once play was allowed to resume in Knox County in January, the governor's executive order had come out limiting attendance to just immediate family household members of the players and coaches and media and that sort of thing. So the fact that this game not being played in Knox County, they're allowing students. I think there's still a Knox County order that even though the governor has relaxed some of his restrictions, and cheerleaders and dance team members and the like will now be allowed in gyms, not so much the regular student body, at least not in Knox County. So anyhow, I say all of that. It's just nice to see a small group of student section on both sides here tonight. More resembles what we're accustomed to seeing on high school basketball nights. But about 15 minutes away from the start of our boys contest, the Lady Admirals have won our first game of the night, 66-25. We'll step aside, get a 2-minute break, and return to look at the final numbers from our girls contest as you listen to Farragut High School Hoops, presented by Pilot Food Marts on Farragut's Independent Voice, 105.3 WFIV.
105.3 WFIV, Loudon, Farragut, Lenoir City.
We're all paying attention to social distancing and cleanliness these days, and your nearby Pilot Food Mart has got you covered. Every Pilot has a sanitation station. You'll find masks and hand sanitizer to help keep you and your family safe. While you're there, get your Pilot My Rewards card. It's good for 3 cents a gallon off Pilot gas and in-store specials. Your neighborhood Pilot Food Mart. We're right on your way.
Hi, this is Dave from VG's Bakery. Circumstances have forced us to change the way we do business, but nothing will change the pride and love we have for baking the finest baked goods. Go to vgsbakery.com to check out our curbside menu we offer Tuesday through Friday weekly. And our cake department is ready to create your beautiful and delicious special occasion cakes. Pastries, cookies, bread, and desserts, all made by hands that care. VG's Bakery, handcrafted baked goods. Oh yeah.
Hey folks, you're Leonard with Ted Russell Nissan. Did you know that Nissan has more models than any other brand? Did you know that a Nissan doesn't require a tune-up till 110,000 miles? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan has some of the largest rebates and discounts? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan has over 450 new Nissans in stock? And did you know no other Nissan dealer can sell you the same new Nissan for less? Did you know Ted Russell Nissan's Knoxville's volume dealer? And did you know that I know that everybody knows we're on Kingston Pike?
Ted Russell Nissan, we got it going on.
Hey, Rick Terry here with Rick Terry Jewelry Designs. We've gotten so many calls. Are you open? Are you doing jewelry work? And the answer is yes. Only a few small changes. Repair times are a little longer. Jewelry design consultations are done by appointment, but the same great service you've always expected is what you'll get. And in our brand new, totally redesigned jewelry store. It's spacious, clean, and safe. If you haven't been in, you've got to come see. Rick Terry Jewelry Designs, we want to be your jeweler.
So the Lady Admirals win it 66-25 as Farragut improves to 7-4 in district play, 13-4 overall. The Lady Admirals got 5 points from Allie Hines, included in her total a 3-pointer. Macy Barnes tonight with 11, 0 of 2 from the line, 1 3-pointer for Macy. Annalise Bishop with 2 points, Gabby Duncan with 5, including a 3. Ace Strickland had 16. She had a couple of threes and was 2 of 2 from the line. Sage Carbaugh, a pair of threes, as she tallied 6 points. McCall Willis with 4. Keely Rogers, 2 of 2 from the line, 1 3-pointer. Keely had 9. Ashlyn Sheridan had 6. And help me out here, Coach. Number 4.
Oh, Carly Vining.
Vining.
Carly Vining, freshman.
Gotcha.
Who, when Aubrey Stackhouse got hurt, we started dressing Carly.
Carly Vining with 2 points tonight. She got a bucket late. So Farragut was 4 of 6 from the foul line, 67%, and had the 8 3-pointers, getting 2 apiece from Strickland and Carbaugh. Meanwhile, for Lenoir City, Destiny Melian had 3 points, 3-point play as she converted the free throw on that opportunity. Hadley Presnell, 3 points on a 3-pointer. Krista Angelos had 7 points, including a 3-pointer. Caitlin Kilgore, 1 of 2 from the line, had 3 points. Perry Moore, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 point. Mallory Hurst had 2. Jordan Gresham with 5, included in her total of 3. And Lydia Yarborough, 1 of 2 from the line, 1 point tonight for the Lenoir City senior. Lenoir City was 3 of 5 from the line. Farragut was 4 of 6 from the line. Lady Panthers had 3 3-pointers. Farragut had 8. And the big stat, of course, is the turnovers. Lenoir City had 26 tonight, Farragut with just 5. And 11 of those turnovers for Lenoir City came in the opening quarter, 19 in the first half, as Farragut jumped out to a 15-0 lead, led 28-1 at the quarter break. The lead went to 40-1 before Lenoir City got its first field goal, and again it was 49-6. Farragut with the lead at halftime as they cruise to the victory. So
we're going to let Sage go first here, actually.
Okay.
It's her birthday. Give her time.
Oh, okay. All right. So jumping in here will be senior Sage Carbaugh. And understand it's somebody's birthday.
It is,
yes.
Happy
birthday, Sage.
Thank you.
And Lady Admirals with the win, 66-25. Knocked down a couple of threes there in the third quarter. Coming off a tough loss to Bearden on Friday night. What was the focus of this team coming into this one?
Defense is definitely our main key for that.
And Coach has said that you're one of the better defenders on the team. What's the key there?
You just got to communicate, and you have to keep your hands up at all times so you can see the court.
One of the leaders, if not the leader, on this team in terms of taking charges, right?
It's not that hard. I try to tell my teammates it doesn't hurt that bad, and it's worth it. So
there you go.
All you got to do is fall back.
Well, and it gets everybody stoked, I know, because it's such a point of emphasis.
Yes.
And you come into the game, take a charge or whatever, and the whole bench is always excited. And you know the coaching staff's excited because I know they're preaching that game in and game out. So, Abel, you talk about the defense. Certainly that was the key early, right? You knew that this is a Lenoir City team that's quite simply is overmatched.
Right.
You know, when you guys are playing your game. And the pressure defense early on set the tone.
Yes, it did.
So you get 11 turnovers from them. When you're rolling like that, everybody's smiling, everybody's having a good time.
It was sure fun, yeah. It was very fun. And everyone makes their shots, too, when we're doing good on defense.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
It's amazing how those two things so oftentimes go together, right?
Yes.
I mean, and, of course, it leads to easy baskets. And easy baskets, you know, you make the easy ones, the more difficult shots tend to fall as well.
They do, yeah. It's fun, and when everyone gets to have their chance at scoring, it's super fun, and you feel so together as a team.
Definitely love how this team, and I mean, its predecessors as well. I mean, it's always been the case where everybody's pulling for each other, but when a Carly Vining gets a basket late in the game or whatever, you're right, the reaction off the bench is always fun to watch.
Because I've been there too, when you get to go in at the end and you get to score, and it's so fun.
Yeah. So you've got Fulton on Thursday night. I don't know much about the Lady Falcons, but typically they're one of the better AA teams in the area. And then you've got Hardin Valley on Friday night as you return to district action. A week from tonight, you wrap up, I guess, the district regular season. I don't know about that West game, if that's going to be made up or not.
It's
not going to be made up. So Sage Carbaugh with the scoop here on her birthday. And so no makeup for that. So that does mean that district play concludes a week from tonight at Maryville. And what about the focus of this team and where it needs to be, and just what you need to be primarily working on when you consider the fact that this is the final week heading towards the postseason tournaments?
Definitely Maryville, because Hardin Valley and Fulton will be easy, but we still have to focus on them, but Maryville is definitely where we need to be head on.
Lady Admirals want, like any team, right, to have a full head of momentum going into the postseason. And so I mentioned those 3 regular season games remaining. Sage Carbaugh joining us here, the senior. It's her birthday. She had 6 points tonight. And let's see, what else might I ask you about? What about early in the season? It's a small senior class.
It is, yes.
Tell me a little bit about your cohorts there, your senior class.
They're awesome, and we're all so close, so it makes it even more fun, and we just get along so well. So it's really easy to be leaders together, and everyone knows their role on our team, and it's really good.
Normally about this time of year we'd be thinking about senior night, but
yeah, we already had it.
Yeah, did that one early, didn't we?
Because we won't have fans at our Hardin Valley games, so it's good that we had our senior night with our fans. So
I have to come back down here to Lenoir City and do another senior night or something. You know, it's nice that there can be some students around.
Yeah,
you know,
at least we get one more game with students. Yeah.
Well, Sage, congratulations on the win. Good to talk to you. Happy birthday.
You too. Thank you.
Sage Carbaugh, Lady Admiral, is the Farragut girls win tonight, 66-25. They improved to 13-4 overall, 7-4 in district play, and